Welcome to Epic Tips. My name is Laura Hamilton, and today I'm going to show you how to add a note or an activity onto your client's account. So your client calls in and they have a question, or they are just requesting some additional information. So the first thing I do when one of my clients calls is I go in, I locate my client, and then I click on Activities. I am going to add an activity, and I can add an activity to the account itself. If I click on the drop-down, I can add an activity or a note to a claim, to an existing policy. So I'm going to add an activity to a policy. The activity is open and I get to choose my code. So my client was calling asking in regards to some billing information. So I'm going to change the description for billing. Home, they're requiring some additional information on the billing for their home. And they want to know when their due date is. So the follow-up date is for a week out, and my open and close status is open. I'm going to leave this activity open because I'm going to follow up on it, but I'm going to change my date out a couple of days. So I'm going to add a note. So I'm going to say that the missus called and wants to know when the bill is due. And then I'm going to send her an email. I'm going to click Finish, and that's how I add an activity, added a note onto the account. So I have it in my activities that they want to know when it's due. I'm going to call the carrier. I'm going to get all the information necessary for my email back to my clients. After I have all that information, I can edit this activity, and I can add another note. All the notes are time and date stamped, and they cannot be removed. I'm going to add another note. So the bill is due on the 1st. And I'm going to send that email. So now everything is completed. I can go up to Actions, and I can close out of this activity. That means it's not going to show up on my home screen anymore because I closed it out. I completed all the information necessary that my client wanted, and I can X out of that. And now the activity is not on my screen for my open activities. Let's say, for instance, during my conversation with my client, she had mentioned that she paid her auto bill. So I just want to document that because they let me know. So I'm going to go into Add Another Activity. I'm going to add it to my auto policy, and I'm going to click Continue. I'm going to add another one that says Billing, and just put in there Auto Paid. I can automatically set this to close because it's just an informational activity. It's just a note that I'm putting in that the client had paid their auto. So she paid $150 on her auto bill, and then I can click Finish. This activity is going to remain closed. It is not going to show up on any of my home screens for me to follow up on it. So that's very easy to add a note for your clients, which we call activities. You can follow up on these activities at a later date, or you can use them as an informational activity, as a note, and close it right away. For any additional training, you can visit us at asnoa.webex.com. Register for any one of our sessions that's convenient for you. Just choose the date. And I look forward to working with you again. Have a fantastic day.